Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is just a quick video. As you can see by my thumbnail, I had a little argument with the washing machine and I have lost my thumbnail and my index finger is lifting. So I'm going to show you how I safely remove my acrylics. So because I'm wearing tips, I'm cutting them down to where my natural nail sort of ends. There's no point in soaking off the whole tip. It's just going to add to your time. So yeah, I've cut them down and I'm going to be using my e-file to just debulk all that acrylic on the nail. I've started wearing my nail masks. I got this from Glitter Planet UK, and I think now as I am getting on, I've been doing nails for quite a long time now, and it's really only recently that I've come to think about all the dust that I've maybe been breathing all the years. I did have an extractor on my desk, but I'm quite small and I felt like I was constantly like leaning over and stretching, so I thought for myself it would be easier just to wear one of the masks. So what I'm doing here is I'm using my coarse carbide drill bit, and I'm just debulking all that acrylic. You can see the red from my last set as well. So I'm actually going to take them right down to the clear base, and then I'm going to wrap them in tin foil with cotton pads soaked in acetone. Now that I've taken all or debulked all the acrylic on my left hand, I'm doing exactly the same process on my right hand. Although I'm not going to show it for the video because I want to try and keep the length of the video down. So after I've done both hands, then I'm going to wrap them in the tin foil with shiny side in, so that creates the heat, that gets the thermal effect going. And this is just cotton pads that have been soaked in acetone. You know, this is so much harder doing it on yourself than it is on client. So once I have all the fingers wrapped in the tin foil, I'm going to let that soak for about 10-15 minutes, just while I'm waiting for the acetone to soak through the acrylic, and I'm going to sit back and have a cup of tea. So it's been about 10-15 minutes. I've had my cup of tea and a sneaky little biscuit. So I'm now using my cuticle pusher and I'm just scraping off any of the acrylic that has started to break down with the acetone. And then I'll go in with my 180 grit file just to remove any stubborn acrylic. So I'm going to do this in all the nails. If there is any acrylic left on, I will rewrap them and leave them for another 5 minutes. So you can see just by rewrapping the nails for that extra 5 minutes has made all the difference. You can see that the rest of that acrylic that was left behind is now coming off, and we're not damaging the natural nail, because we don't want to have to force any of the acrylic off, because doing that you're actually going to force some of the layers of the nail to come away as well. And we want to try and protect the natural nail as much as we can. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going over my nails with a cotton pad soaked in acetone, and that's going to remove just any residue and smooth out the natural nail as well. And I'm doing that just before I start to prep my nails for putting on the Easy Build gel. So I'm prepping my nail just as normal, pushing back the cuticles, and then I'll go over with my E-file and one of the cuticle bits, and then I'll remove all the surface shine with my 180 grit file. It does actually look like I'm going over the nails really hard, but because I've sped up the video, it makes it look like it's going really hard, and I'm not. I'm going over so easy on my natural nail because I don't want to thin it out. Okay, so I'm going in now with my little cuticle bit, and this little bit, I can't remember the name of it, but it's super fine, and it can get right down into the nail grooves at the side of the nails. So make sure that it takes away any of the excess cuticle or excess skin. I really love this little bit. I'll see if I can find the link to it where I bought it from, and I'll pop it in the description box. So I'm just quickly changing to the little ball head, and this is for use on the skin, not on the nail plate. So this is going to take away any dry or rough skin surrounding the nail plate. So I'm just going over with a quick cleanse over the nail plates with some alcohol, and then I'm going to dehydrate the nails with Prep and Clean. So I'm just applying the Halo base coat. You can see I'm actually pressing it into my nail plate. I really want that gel to adhere, which will stop from any lifting or peeling away from the nail plate. And then I'm going to cure that in my LED lamp for 30 seconds. And if you've got a UV lamp, it's for 1 minute. And this is the Halo Easy Build. It's I can't actually remember the colour of it, but I will put it in the description box. So I'm applying this in one go. So I'm spreading it down the nail plate, and I'm going to cure it in my LED lamp for 1 minute, for 60 seconds. This does have a heat spike, and if your nails are thin or damaged, you will hit the roof. It stings. So I actually forgot about the heat spike until I put my first 2 fingers in, and the air was blue. Yeah, the air was blue. So if you've got a client that is a little bit sensitive, their nails are a little bit sensitive, I would do what I've done for the rest of my nails, and I literally have just set them outside the lamp for the first 5 seconds, because the LED light still hits it and you can still feel it start to warm up. So I can't stress enough that this actually burns. It is so painful. So yeah, I learnt my lesson from the first 2 fingers. This is the first I've used this, and let's see how it goes. It's painful. Now I've got over the pain of the first hand. You can see the difference between one hand that's been done. I'm just testing the strength of it here, and my nails aren't even bending. So you can see it gives a nice pink glow to the fingers, the nail beds. And here is both hands done, and I'm now applying my cuticle oil just to put some moisture back into my cuticles. And yeah, well, let's see how this goes. Let's see if it was worth the pain, because I nearly hit the ceiling. And I will come back in another video in maybe 2 weeks time with this and just see how we get on. Bye for now.